Hey everyone, it's Hofa here from Split Screen Soldiers, and I have some big and kinda sad news that came out today for a game called H-Hour Worlds Elite. For those of you that do not know anything about this game, I'm going to give you a brief summary of what this game is and how we got to this point. So, H-Hour was started by this guy, David Sears, on Kickstarter way back in June of 2013. Now, Mr. Sears was the creative director for SOCOM, the breakout third-person shooter on the PlayStation 2. And these games were some of the biggest hits for Sony at the time. SOCOM led to the creation of Game Battles and opened the door for many other games after it. But after SOCOM 2, Mr. Sears was no longer a part of the series, and that is kind of when SOCOM started to plummet. Kind of lost its original feel more and more every game after that. And it finally hit rock bottom with SOCOM 4 in 2011. SOCOM just was not the same game as what made it so addicting and popular with the first two games. So Sony ended up shutting down the studio, Zipper Interactive, that made those games, shut down all the servers in 2014. And at this point in time, there was no SOCOM left to be played, and this left many, many people wanting that SOCRAC experience even more. So now we have H-Hour, and H-Hour started out as a very promising successor to those early SOCOM games. We had a successful Kickstarter, we had a new studio that's small but eager, ready to give us that game we've all been waiting for. They used the initial funds to create a proof of concept to gain further investing to make the H-Hour dream a reality. They got some more funding eventually, and the game slowly but steadily has become better and better over time. So now in March of 2016, today, the funds seemingly have dried up at Soft Studios. Their weekly update today was a very saddening one for sure. It says they are promising they have not given up on the project, but they have put development on a temporary hiatus to focus solely on presentations and interviews with investors so they can make the next steps in game development. So what does this mean for the game? Well, to me it means the game is more than likely not going to be finished. I really hate to admit this because SOCOM 2 meant so much to me. I have been following this project for so long now, every step of the way. I donated to the Kickstarter. I watched everything up to this point. Soft Studios was supposed to have released the map maker for H-Hour in recent months, and it just has not happened yet. I believe if they would have added this map maker, the community-based maps would have really bumped up H-Hour's community, but it just didn't happen yet. And with the hiatus coming before the map maker is out, leaves me with a really bad feeling in my stomach. So now our only hope is that an investor can see the light at the end of the tunnel that us SOCRAC people have been seeing the last 10 years and hoping for. But with a much more improved game to show investors, the chances are a little bit better now to gain some backing, but I still feel like it's a long shot. However, recently on Twitter, businessman Mark Cuban commented on esports on his page. Soft Studios saw this and they reached out to him over Twitter saying if he likes esports, he should invest in H-Hour, and they also asked fans to let Mr. Cuban know why he should give them a shot. So you can see here there's a lot of fans and everything reaching out to him. After all, H-Hour is based off the game that started esports with SOCOM way back in the day in Game Battles. So who knows what might happen in the next coming weeks or months. Maybe Soft has an investor up their sleeve ready to make the last step in this game and eventually land on the PS4. All I know is that I'm waiting to buy a PS4 until something SOCOM hits the market. But we got nothing so far, so thanks for watching, guys. I'll keep you updated if something happens for the next couple of weeks regarding H-Hour or SOCOM. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks a lot, guys.